I'm Officer Greg Jonas. I'm with the Waukesha Police Department. And I have come over here to talk to you guys a little bit about, I think about safety. I think that's an important thing. How many of you guys ride bikes during the summer? How many ride bikes? All right. How many know that they have to wear their helmets when they ride the bikes? How many wear their helmets when they ride the bikes? Good. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to do a quick helmet check on how to wear your helmet, because some people sometimes don't wear them very often. So I need everybody to sit up straight. Everybody sit up straight. Everybody sit up. It's okay, you got to sit up straight. Okay, everybody sit up straight? Okay, now, salute, just like that. Can everybody salute?
Yeah.
All right. This is where the front of your helmet should be, right here, right below the eyes, and nice and snug, not so tight, but nice and snug up by the head, okay? Two fingers, V for victory. Everybody do that? All right. Helmet strap should fit on both sides of the ears, just like this, so that the helmet doesn't move around on the head, right? Okay, so, salute. V for victory. Very good. Because we want the helmet to fit on the front of our heads, because if we fall off our bikes, if the helmet is back here, like I see some boys and girls and moms and dads wearing, that if the helmet is fitting back here, if we fall off our bikes, it's not going to protect our face. And I got a good looking face, don't I? I don't want it to get all scratched up, don't you guys? Yeah. And I'm sure you guys don't want to do that either, right? You don't want to get your faces all messed up either. So that's why we got to have our helmets here, so that if we fall off our bikes, it protects our heads, right? And football helmets don't help us. We got to wear a regular bike helmet. Football helmets are for a different type of falling and injury. So we're going to have to go ahead and wear a bike helmet. Now, hold our questions, because we'll have plenty of time for questions. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about safety a little bit, okay? How many of you guys go to the playgrounds? Yeah, do you? Okay. Now, in this picture here, what can you tell me about all these boys and girls out here in this picture at the park? They're playing, right? Are they playing alone? No, they're not. They're playing with someone else, aren't they? And what that means is, when we go to the parks, we always go with someone else. We never go to the parks by ourselves. And we always ask our moms and dads' permission, right? And we hopefully go with our moms and dads. Hopefully mom and dad is with us, or our teachers are with us. But we never, ever, ever go to the park alone. Why? Why don't we go by ourselves?
You could get lost.
You could very well get lost. Very good answer. What else? How about if we raise our hands and I'll call on somebody, okay? So this way we don't get a lot of answers.
Someone might steal you.
Well, someone could steal you. What else?
Someone could take you away from your family.
Right. What about if we get hurt? Who's gonna help us if we're there by ourselves, if nobody else is in the park with us?
Dad.
There's nobody else in the park, though, right?
Yeah, but my dad's a fighter.
Then, of course, if he's in the park with you, he can help you. But if we're in the park by ourselves, nobody there to help us, right?
Yeah, what if you would call and your mom and dad was outside?
Very good. If you had a cell phone? Yeah, you're right. If you got the cell phones, all you got to do is dial 911 for help, don't you? Yeah, but if we're by ourselves with no cell phone, nobody's going to help us until somebody finds us. That's why we never, ever go to the park alone. Never. Never. Very good. We all go with our moms and dads. Now,
I go with my mom.
what about here? This little girl is lost in the mall. She's lost in the mall. Who should she go to in the mall if she's lost? Very good. When you're in the park or at a mall or someplace else, or even in Kmart or Walmart, although they don't have uniforms there, well, yeah, they do. Always look for the uniform, right? Who else in the park wears a uniform? When you go to the festivals or the parks, who else wears a uniform beside policemen?
Fireman.
Very good. Can we go to a fireman for help?
Yeah, but we don't know where fireman lives.
But the firemen are in the parks. At all the festivals, all the firemen are in the parks. When you go to the parks here in Frame Park, or when you go into some of the parks, when you see the festivals and all the people are out there, you see the policemen out there on the bikes. Who see the policemen on the bikes out there? Who see them? Well, guess what? They got firemen on bikes now, too. And they look just like policemen. So make sure that if you're lost, if moms and dads get lost, that we can go to a uniform. Or in Kmart, say if we're in Kmart or Walmart, who would you go to for help in Kmart or Walmart?
The police or the sheriff.
Okay, but if they're not there, who would you go to? Who else wears a uniform in there?
You can go.
Hands, please.
The firemen.
The fireman. Who else?
The policemen. The people who work there.
Very good. That's what I'm waiting for. Doesn't Kmart and Walmart, don't you see them always wearing their little name tags and all their little vests and everything in there? Those are the people you need to go to if you're lost in the store or can't find mom and dad. Or the people that work behind those counters. If you're lost, you can go ask them. You can ask them for help that you're lost and you can't find mom and dad are lost, and they can help you, right? Now, what about this? What are those little boy? What are that little boy and the other little boys looking? What are they looking at? What are they pointing at? There's a gun down there, right down there, right? Kind of like what I carry. Now, if we see the gun, or we see a knife, or if we're out here playing, or if we're out here playing on the playground, and we see some broken glass, or something that looks dangerous, what should we do?
Tell teacher.
Very good. Tell teacher.
Or tell police.
And who they would call the police, wouldn't they? First off, though, we should never touch it, should we? Never.
No, never.
Never touch it, right? Second thing we should do, after we don't touch it, is we should walk away, right? Walk away and tell our teachers or tell our moms and tell our dads, shouldn't we? And then they will shh. And then we go ahead and moms and dads and teachers will call the police officers, right? And we'll take care of that. Okay, keep your questions. We'll have plenty of time for questions. Okay? So then we don't have to touch it. We call the police, and the police will take care of it. Or if it's out here on the playground, the teachers will take care of it. So we never touch it. We walk away from it, and we tell a grown-up, a teacher or adult or someone there at the school, or if we're at home, we tell our moms and dads, and they'll call the police, right? Or maybe just some broken glass that could get cleaned up by the teachers or the janitor, right? So that we never, ever touch it. Now, the last one we're going to talk to is this. What is this little girl dialing? Why do you think she's dialing? Hands, please. Can I see some hands? Okay, what is she dialing? 911. When do we dial 911? Hands, please. Hands. When do we dial 911? We're talking about emergencies. A fire in the house, this is an emergency, isn't it? What else would be an emergency?
There might be a stranger in your house.
Very good. A stranger that got into your house or broke into your house, right? Very good answer. What about if somebody got hurt in the house? Got injured, mom or dad, somebody got hurt and needed an ambulance? That would be a 911 call, right? But sometimes, this is very important, sometimes little boys and little girls get told by older brothers and sisters or older cousins or older friends that it's okay to dial 911 and nobody will ever know about it and we can play with 911. But that's not true. Because what happens is that when 911 is pushed, we have a little screen at the police department that shows the name and address and phone number on the first ring of where that 911 call is coming up. And we always send 2 policemen to the address, always. So if somebody tells you that all you have to do is wait for the ring and hang up, and they'll never know, that's not true. Because we will always come over there, and we will always find out if somebody's hurt or somebody actually needs 911. And sometimes, if little boys or little girls have been playing with the phone, sometimes moms and dads aren't too happy with them. Because we go talk to mom and dad every time.
Sometimes.
Shh. So we always have to worry about that, because a lot of times when people are playing, little boys, little girls play with 911, if somebody really needs help, they can't get through because the line is busy. And so somebody's house could burn down or somebody could be really hurt. So that's why we don't play with 911, unless it's an absolute emergency. Okay? Let's go over the belt real quick, because I'm sure everybody has questions about the belt. First off, pepper spray, right here. How many have ever eaten jalapeno peppers? Okay, pretty hot, aren't they? Well, the pepper spray is made with the juices, the dried juices of peppers that are almost hotter than jalapeno peppers. So what happens is when you spray someone, their eyes get so teared up and irritated that they close shut. They can't stop it from happening. And they have it make it difficult for them to breathe through the nose and the mouth. So they can't breathe very well. What that lets us do is come in while they're trying to struggle to come in, handcuff them, and nobody gets hurt. They don't get hurt, we don't get hurt, and then we take them to jail. Because obviously they've been have to go to jail for something, otherwise we wouldn't do it. Right? Yeah. So that's what the pepper spray does. It keeps everybody safe. And it only lasts 20 minutes and it's all done. They're fine. 20 minutes, they're okay. Okay? Next is the gun that we use. Why don't I take this out and show this to you? The only reason is because this gun is not a toy. It's not a toy. I don't pull this gun out to show adults, and I surely am not going to pull it out to show kids. The only time I use this gun or I pull this out of this holster is for two reasons. One, to protect myself or you guys, or two, I'm going to train with it and qualify with it as what we do in training. That's the only time this comes out of the holster. It will never come out of the holster for any other reason, because it is not a toy. For the same reason we talked about that down there, about not handling it, that's why. This is not a toy and won't be pulled out. Okay? Now, the next thing, handcuffs. Right? Put these on the bad guys. Take them, put it on, take them to jail. Right?
And they hurt.
Eh, not really. They're not comfortable. They don't really hurt, but they're not comfortable. I've been handcuffed a lot of times for training. Here's extra bullets that I have for my gun. This is an expandable nightstick. This expands out like that, and I can use this to protect myself or protect somebody else. That's all it is. And, of course, the radio. If we have a stranger, how about this? If we're walking and a stranger asks us that wants us to help them find their dogs or their cats, or wants to give us money, or wants to give us candy, just walk away. And if they come after us, we can always yell for help then, right? But we should always be in pairs anyway, right? We should never be by ourselves. We should never be by ourselves, right? We should always be with someone else. These are our block parents. So if you see one of these in a window that's out in the neighborhoods, that means it's safe to come to that home, because they're what's known as block parents. And that means what they'll do is you can go into the house and they'll call the police for you. Okay? But these are only for emergency. Okay? Only for emergency. Those are not people that you go to because maybe you need to go to the bathroom real bad or something along those lines. If you're afraid of something or you're lost in the city and you don't know where you are, but you see this sign in the window, this means this person's a block parent and that you can go there to that house for help. You will also see these, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have to check. Sometimes some of the, like Wendy's or something, have some of these in there also. So you have to remember those are safe places to go to. You know what? You guys have been such a great, great group of kids. I got something for you guys. I brought some stuff for you. Because you were such a good group, I brought some stickers for you. There you go.
Boyfriend stickers. And fire badge.
Nope, they're police badges.
I still
All right, everybody got a badge? All right, I got one more thing for you.
Can we have one more badge? Sorry.
I got one more thing. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought I did hand her one. Okay. Sorry, I thought I did. I got coloring books for you guys, too. Okay?
Oh, I have one of those from the fireman.
Do you? Now you got one for the policeman, too. You're welcome.
JT's dad.
You do? Here's... And there you go. There you go.
I want one.
Here you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everybody got a coloring book? Well, thank you guys for having me. I had a lot of fun here. And hopefully if you guys see me in the park, you guys can wave hi to me. All right? And thanks for having me here.
Thank you very much for coming. What's that? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. A nice card. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me here. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to eat all of them. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of policemen that are going to be very happy with you guys when I take this back to the lunchroom. There'll be plenty for everybody.